biggest takeaway from reviewing film on Monday?
Well, we did a lot of good things. Obviously, we need to tighten down our coverage a little bit on the edges. That was the one glaring. We weren't as productive on third down as we have been leading up to this point, and a lot of the culprit was we're playing a little bit too soft on the edges. Other than that, I was pretty pleased.
Is your secondary going to be healthy enough to handle an attack like the Louisiana Tech?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit like we just faced. I mean, we're going right into another Arkansas, Ole Miss. This is the third time that in 3 weeks we've seen this kind of offense.
So are they almost back-to-back identical? Or?
Well, they're very similar in what they do. The way they want to distribute the ball. All of them's got really good running games, and that makes it a little bit more difficult to defend because they do have the ability to run the football.
Have you seen that more with these spread offenses where the new wrinkle is they're adding a running attack?
Well, I mean, I think that's what's making it very, very effective. That's what's making it very difficult for me as a coordinator is that they can run the football extremely effective. And you got to kind of pick your poison. And, I learned a long time ago when they throw the ball, two good things can happen for us and only one good thing can happen for them. We either intercept it or it's incomplete. If you allow them to run it, it's either a first down or it's not a first down. So you got to kind of pick your poison. And again, that's where we got to tighten up our coverage a little bit.
Why were y'all playing soft? Was it just the guys on their own? Or?
Yeah, I mean, that's the $1 million question. I mean, we got after them a little bit yesterday, and we've got some talent out there. I can't answer that question for you. I don't know if the score dictated a little bit of them playing, because we have not seen that in practice or in the games thus far. We've challenged the ball. For whatever reason, we were way off Saturday, off the receivers.
What is the overall plan in the absence of Jenkins and Matthews? And
well, the
next guys. Why didn't you just say South Carolina State? Or
next guy's got to step up. Donnie Baggs will play well for us. He played very well Saturday night. I mean, Donnie had his best game for us on defense, and listening to Coach Poling and the special teams, he had his best outing. So he's coming on at the right time. He's going to have to step up for us.
Could this be a game for Floyd Raven? I mean, with what they're doing offensively, but then also with your suspensions and your injuries?
Yeah, Floyd's going to be a big major role this week, no doubt about it.
Is he coming along?
He is. He is. I probably should have put him in the game Saturday night at corner. Looking back, how could I help myself? I probably should have put Floyd in the game.
Tony said after the game that he had a rough night, but I mean, what have you seen from him the past few weeks?
Well, Tony's just a good football player. He struggled a little bit. Him and our corners, they struggled a little bit Saturday. A little bit of that is the competition he's going against. But Tony's a good player. The one thing about Tony Hurt, he will bounce back. There's no doubt about that. He's that kind of kid.
Seems like he already did that.
What's that?
Seems like he already did that.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, he did, in a big way. At the end of the game, in a big way.
Like the play, you're not going to have this week, but the play of Howard Matthews, it seemed like probably because of injury, but he was playing a whole lot in the second half, and it's kind of where he's come from the first week of the season.
Light years. I've been very, very proud of Howard. His attention to detail, all those kind of things are coming for that kid. And, that was the conversation yesterday with them being out this week, him being out this week, staying in it mentally and getting ready to roll a week from now.
Talk about the fourth down stop where you and stop the quarterback sneak and just put Jonathan in. Could you just talk about that stop?
One more time now, I'm sorry.
Can you talk about the fourth down stop when you got the
at the end of the game?
At the end of the game where you and Jonathan said maybe a quarterback sneak defense, and you just put him in. Could you talk about what you anticipated there?
Well, I'm a little bit like Jonathan. I thought maybe we was going to get quarterback sneak again because they'd given it to us on fourth down earlier. And maybe that's why they went away from it, because that was a tight spot. Now, I mean, that was a tight spot when they went for it on the first drive of the game. They went for it on fourth and short. So I was anticipating that as well. I tell you what, Sean Porter came off the ball and blew into the backfield and created a pile. And Jonathan Stewart shot his gun as well as at the perfect time. He shot his gun as well as he shot his gun. And they met in the hole, and Jonathan ended up winning.
Because Jonathan is from Shreveport, could you talk about his importance as a senior leader who immediately bought into the new system, new coaching staff and things like that, and how important that is to have a guy like
Well,
that?
I mean, he's the quarterback of our defense. You know, he's one of the quarterbacks of our defense, and to have him buying in like he's bought in is big time. I'll give you an example. We went Wednesday with this very exact question he just asked me. Red zone, short yardage, goal line. And we had to come back Thursday because he was a little bit too deep. And we went right out here in Kyle Field for about 10 plays and ran that exact play again and again and again and again. And, the coaching point was he's got to shoot his gun. To Jonathan's credit, when we needed to win a game, he shot his gun and made it happen. That was big time. That's buy-in factor, as you say.
They ranked, Louisiana Tech ranks obviously high offensively. What are the biggest reasons for that?
Well, their quarterback starts with the quarterback. He runs their offense. He's very unselfish. He's not turned the ball over. It seems like it doesn't bother him if he's got to hand the ball off to the tailback, who's playing really well right now for them. And he's got some speed out wide. They give him a bunch of high percentage passes out here, and then they'll go deep on you. So they give him some high percentage passes to throw. They don't put him in harm's way. They keep him out of harm's way for the most part. And their running game's clicking right now, so it's making the world go around for them.
Did they do that off of play action, did they?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where do you typically want your guys lined up? I'm talking about secondary guys. If they were playing soft last week. Right?
6 yards. 6 to 7 yards, yes, sir.
And your thoughts were there about 10 or?
Yeah, we're at 8 some, and we're bailing. We're at 8 and we're bailing out. It's not a good combo on third down. I'm okay with that on first and second down, but we work way too hard around here on third down for that kind of stuff to happen. And Coach Chase has addressed that yesterday and this morning, and will continue to address that.
Are you pleased with the interception totals that y'all have? Because it's a lot substantially better than last year's.
It's coming. We're not where we need to be, no, but it's coming. Yeah, I'm not displeased. You always want more. I don't know how many opportunities. We talk about missed opportunities. We didn't really have any this past Saturday night, but the kids seem to keep coming up with big plays, and we got to come up with big plays.
Oh, okay. Law Tech, what's their favorite running play? I mean, do they do a lot of delays and draws, or?
And that's a little bit like what we just faced this past week. I mean, they run a power zone read. Their quarterback doesn't run as much as the quarterbacks we just saw. That would be about the only difference.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.